Hey friends, welcome to Andy's Audio Crap, where we talk about audio gear. Now, as a creator, I get a special opportunity that is the review of comments that get posted to the channel's videos, and I want to talk about my observations in this video. Now, if you look at the video comment section, I've added some criteria because I just keep running into the same type of people who like to comment. And I asked ChatGPT AI to come up with some descriptions of these people, and it actually did quite a comical job. I'm going to go over those here in just a second. But I do want to point out that the people that post videos about audio gear put a lot of time into those videos. Like, I would say Randy and the guys at Skylab, and then there's a couple of others that are just absolutely prevalent in like even the reviewers like Andrew and there's a couple of others. These videos are not easy to make. They're very difficult to make, and it takes a lot of time to edit them, to plan the content, to unpack and listen and repack and all the other things that have to go on. It just takes an unbelievable amount of time. And when some asshat comes along and like thinks all of a sudden that they're like this armchair, quarterback, it's just like, I just ban them. I just send them to the ban zone. I never have to put up with them again. But here are the kind of people that come along. The spec sheet shaman. So this guy hasn't actually listened to music since 2008. He just reads spec sheets and forum posts like ancient scripture. He'll corner you in a meetup to explain why your beloved setup is objectively inferior because your phase coherence is off by 0.3 degrees at 14.6 kilohertz, which I can't even hear. Is a human version of an oscilloscope. I know a guy like this, and he is absolutely fucking miserable to be around. Honest to God. Get your head out of your ass and just go and just enjoy the frickin' music. Get off the spec sheets. Honest to God, some of these people that live on spec sheets, I'll go to their house. I've been to a couple of them. I've been to a couple of houses. They're not even fucking sound treated. I mean, they're just like listening in a hallway. Excuse my language. The vinyl purist. There are a lot of us out there. I'll admit that I'm one of these. There are some records that sound really damn good. All right, digital is plebeian, which means that you're beneath. He looks down on anyone who has listened to anything newer than 1972 Japanese jazz pressings. He claims records more, or he cleans his records, not claims. He cleans his records more than he bathes, which I know just by smell. I guarantee I know some of these. I've been to the record shop. They reek, and then usually of cigarettes too. Insists that surface noise is soul, and believes that Bluetooth was developed by the CIA to sterilize men who use Spotify. There are a couple of people like this in my neighborhood, and not neighborhood, but my area, and I avoid them. I do. I'm sorry. They just are not pleasant to be around. They don't really enjoy the hobby. They enjoy the nostalgia of reliving their youth. And if you don't want to relive their youth with them their way, and you're beneath them. It sucks. These people suck. The cable cultist. It's funny that I asked it for only 4 and it came out with number 3 being the cable cultist. This is like one of those things that's in the audiophile repertoire, I guess, or be chapter 3 in the book of how to be an a-hole. You're still using copper? I only use hand-forged iridium cables soaked in monk-blessed mineral oil. God There was somebody selling crystals at one of these stupid recent conferences. It's going to improve your amplifier performance, by the way, these crystals are. This person will spend $4,000 on a power cable and then wonder why their spouse left. Like, it makes complete sense to them that, again, they go right back to that spec sheet cultist. Not cultist, but what was it called? The shaman, spec sheet shaman. Yeah, anyways, he's emotionally attached to dielectric insulation and scoffs at your basic banana cables like you just confessed to microwaving a steak. Which that tastes awful, by the way. I will agree with that. Microwave steak tastes awful. Anyways, these people occasionally post. I just delete them, remove them. Goodbye. Don't even want to deal with you. You're just a nuisance. Okay. The majority, I would say 99% of audiophiles out there don't give a rat about cabling. Okay, they don't. They're going to buy sufficient cables and move on down the road. The reason that we pay so much attention to it is because that 1% is noisy as, okay? They're just noisy. And they just want us to believe in that. It's like, I don't know, damn Jehovah's Witness. You know, they just pester the out of you. All right. All right, the gatekeeper. This is the gatekeeper. If you weren't soldering your own amps in the 90s, don't even talk to me. Behavior. They exist only to ruin the enthusiasm of newcomers. God, does anybody know anybody like that? They just tear people down. You'll get onto the Facebook forums or the groups, and you'll see somebody posting their first system. There's always some old out there butt clown who will just tear them down. All right. Anyways, they will always. Everything you love is garbage. Your system, it's mid-fi at best. Your taste in music, too mainstream. You don't know enough. He peaked with this person peaked with the Nakamichi Dragon and now uses Reddit as his own personal weapon. Dude, I know people like this. You're not pleasant. You're just not fun. All right? You really don't. So for these reasons and others, there's been comments on this channel. I can't imagine, like, okay, so this channel's only like 4,000 subscribers and it only gets like 10,000 views per month or something like that. I don't even know what it gets. It doesn't get high volume, right? But these other guys who have high volume, oh my God, they must just hire somebody to go through the notes or just go ahead and just let them post and just call it good. And let them be jerks to each other. I don't know. Anyways, holy moly, it's exhausting to deal with. Not only do you deal with like making the videos, but then you got to deal with this, like, these clowns who come along and just want to critique every dang thing you do from every angle. Anyways, I use it as motivation, and I there for a while I would like use AI to reply to them and just roast them. And if you go back to some of my earlier videos and look around, there's probably some AI generated roastings going on. I've had people reply to me, you know, you're being a jerk, and I'm like, did you read your first comment? Like, you were making personal attacks in your first comment. And now you're calling me the jerk? All right, whatever, bye. That's what I do to them. So, hey, watch some of the other videos. They're actually about audio content or audio gear content. They're fun to watch. I like making them. I think it's fun. I use the haters as motivation to just keep going on. Hate all you want. Start your own channel. I don't care. Thanks for watching.